Hello, it's Karen here, Kazina, and I just thought I'd do a little video. I've got a few pickups, well, 3 games, which I picked up today actually, so I just thought I'd show you what I picked up. And I was also going to show you my NTSC, I hope I said that right, collection for, I've got a American PlayStation 2, and I just thought I'd show you a few games I've got for it, just because I feel like doing it. Anyway, games I picked up today. I picked up one game in a charity shop, nothing outstanding. It's for the PlayStation 1, and it's Spec Ops Elite Ranger. Or is it Ranger Elite? Yeah, it would be Ranger Elite. Yeah, it's a third-person shooter, and I don't mind third-person shooters. I think I've said this before. I actually prefer them to first-person, funny enough. But I believe this is quite hard, and a lot of people can't get past the first part of it. So I'm buggered, really. Anyway, that was $1.49 from a charity shop, and I went into CEX and I picked up 2 games, and I actually picked up a PS3 game, which I very rarely do. I have a PS3, and to be honest, apart from playing Heavy Rain and Yakuza, it really stands dormant. However, I picked up, it was £8. It's an old RPG for the PS3, and it's White Knight Chronicles, and it just kind of has that sort of old kind of Final Fantasy look about it. And I know it was like rated in magazines sort of like in the 70s, so it's kind of good but not that good, but I like the look of it, and it's a PS3 exclusive as well. So I am trying, when I do pick up PlayStation 3 games, just to pick up PS3 exclusives. So I am looking forward to giving that a go, but because I've not had my PS3 on for God knows how long, it'll probably take me about an hour before I can even play this, because it does this mad update and stuff, doesn't it, which drives me around the twist. I remember when I first put Heavy Rain on, and I think it was about 45 or 50 minutes, like I was counting. No, but it was the best part of an hour before I could actually play the game. And then it loaded all this option to use PlayStation Move, which I don't have, but anyway, that's what the PlayStation 3 does. And I picked up a GameCube game. Now, this game has been, for the last, I know, because I'm always popping in and checking it, the last 2 years it's been £22, and I always go, oh, I'm not paying that, and I always say maybe I might find it out in the wild. Well, I've never found it at a boot sale charity shop. I've not been one of those lucky people, and I went in there today and it was £15, and I thought, that's it, I've got to get it. And it's Animal Crossing for the GameCube. I've wanted this game for so long. I do have it on my little DS, and I have played a bit of it on that. Is it on my DS or my Game Boy Advance? My God, it's been a while. But anyway, I've wanted this game for a long time. It is on my DS. So when I saw it was £15, I thought, yeah, I've got to get it. You know what'll happen now. I'll probably see this somewhere for like, you know, a couple of quid in a boot sale, and I'll like, ugh, like but I'm really looking forward to playing this, because there's so much to do, isn't there, in Animal Crossing? I mean, and it's fun, it's got humour in it, and do funny things, don't they? And you can shake plums off of trees, or is it peaches? No, I don't know what I'm laughing for, but you know, you can do really funny things in it, and you can talk to lots of people and whatnot. And I'm babbling now because I said plums. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's what I picked up today. Oh yeah, and a little you know what, I was looking at my last video. I don't mean to sound vain, but I I checked my last video because I was just checking it was all right, and apart from me talking at 100 miles an hour, I realised there was a game there, and I said, oh, I paid £12 for it, and blah, blah, blah. But I actually had it in my last video, so I was lying. I think I was on such a roll in my last video. But this game Stoked, I said, oh yeah, I said it was one of my pickups and I'd paid £12. Actually, I was lying. I don't know, I must have had a brain freeze. But I got it before and paid £6, so Stoked, I lied. Oh yeah, and I got this little figure. A while ago I picked up some Lord of the Rings figures in a charity shop. It was quite a big bag of them, and it was a £5, and I thought it was really good because I got about 10 figures, and I got like what's his face, Christopher Lee and Ian McKellen. That's not what I can't figure the characters' names in it. Oh, I'm really having a mental block, and all those, but I haven't kept them. However, I did keep this character here because I thought he was really nifty. He's got a sword, and he's got look, there he goes. His little helmet comes off, and yeah, what's he called? It starts with H, isn't it? In Lord, Habakkuk. No, that's a book in the Bible, isn't it? Anyway, I kept him because I think he's really smart, and I like the look of him. So that was another pickup from charity shop. And then I'm just going to show you my few games, and I mean my few games. I've got 3 PS1 games and 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, 7 PS2 games, which I can play on my American PS2. I think I'll start with the PS1 games. I've got this game here called Vanguard Bandits, and I like role-playing games, as you might know, and it's a role-playing game, and it's alright. It's nothing special. Bit of fighting, bit of role-playing. That's about all I can say about it, really. It's alright. I've got another one. Beyond the Beyond, and I don't mind this game. I do like the way they come in the double discs, by the way, the double cases, not the double discs, the double cases. Beyond the Beyond, it's quite an old school type of role-playing game, sort of tiny little sprites and whatnot, but I love that kind of, I wonder if you can see it on the back, but I do like that sort of role-playing game, so I don't mind that one. And the last one on the PS1, I used to own this game, Sob and Horror. I got rid of it years ago, and of course it's worth a few bob now, and it's cost me half as much as I would have paid if I'd got it for the English PS1, and that's Legend of Dragoon. I think I paid £24.99, and it would have cost me a lot more if I'd got it for the, as I said, English PlayStation. And it's brilliant. It's on 4 discs, and it's an absolute classic, isn't it? Legend of Dragoon. It's a real Final Fantasy-esque kind of contender. Some people think it's better. Make of it what you will, but it's an absolute brilliant game, and I probably got through about 2 of the discs. Well, I've still got another 2 to get through, but if you're seriously into role-playing games, this is certainly a game you should really try and get in your collection. But like I said, it's very expensive, and when I saw it for £24.99 for the American one, I thought, I'm having it. And then talking of expensive games, I'll move on to my PS2 games. This game is so hard to get hold of, and there's always a couple of them going on eBay, but they're usually nearly 50 quid more, and to find it on a PAL version of the PS2 is quite hard, and they're really expensive. And I paid a whopping, I think £24. I don't know if it was £24.99 or £24, and I just got the disc. I didn't get manual, didn't get nothing. I just got the blooming disc. But I really wanted this game as well, and I put it in a little case, and I really must try and do a special cover for it. I just stuck a label on it, but it's Rule of Rose, and there's a said disc, and it's by Atlas, and it's a really bizarre, creepy kind of game. This girl, she ends up in a sort of orphanage type place. Well, I think it is an orphanage, and there's some very creepy girls in it, and there's a sort of a lot of strange stuff going on. Sort of a moving sack, and is there a dog in it or isn't there, and they seem to be beating it, and it was considered quite controversial at the time. I think that's why it was so hard to get over here. I don't think it was banned or anything. Hello Dexter, here he is, there's me boy, sticking his nose in again. Go on then. Yeah, so it's one of those games that, where was I saying I don't think it was banned, but it was considered quite controversial at the time, and I must admit it is a little bit sort of, there's a few bits in it you think, oh. It's not, even now it's not one for the kids, but it looks really nice. You know, it's got that same type of graphics as, say, Haunting Ground, and it is certainly bizarre and a bit sadistic and a bit left of centre, but what I've played of it I've really enjoyed. So Rule of Rose, and honestly, if you found the PS2 version in a charity shop for £2, honestly snap it up, because you'd get 50 quid for it easily. Oh, I found this in a charity shop, funny enough. I think I got that for about £1, and it's just Tasmanian Tiger. It's a bit sort of it's a platform game. It's a bit like, here I go, I can't even think now, my brain. You know, it's a bit sort of like a really poor man's sort of Mario 64, if you know what I mean. It's but it's alright actually. I'm not really into platforms, but I have played a bit of this, and it's alright. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Eternal Poison. This is a, let me say this, isometric type game, you know, with the little squares, you move a few squares, so it's kind of more of a strategy type role-playing game. But the artwork, isn't that beautiful? Look at the cover, and it comes with a bonus disc, and I mean, yeah, again, look at the cover, it's just beautiful, isn't it? I just thought the artwork is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, I'm so swayed, aren't I? Honestly, I probably paid about 20 quid for this, and it's like, oh my god, I just like the artwork. But it plays alright if you don't mind that sort of game. This one I'm going to pronounce completely wrong. Suguni Atonement. Suguni Atonement. Can't remember what I paid for that. And it's a sort of role-playing, sort of fighty game, and I haven't really played much of it, to be honest, so I can't really comment. Sugami Atonement. And oh, an absolute classic, Radiator Stories. Radiator. It's a hot game. No, shut up Karen, that was a terrible joke. Radiator Stories. This is a brilliant game, really. It's just a classic role-playing game. It's bit of Final Fantasy, a bit of Dragon's Quest kind of this, a bit of Shadow Heartsy kind of feel about it, bit of Rogue Galaxy type as well. It's beautiful to look at. It's an excellent role-playing game. Again, I can't remember what I paid for this, but I would imagine it was anywhere between £18 and £25. But I'm really glad to have it, and it's another highly recommended game to play if you're into your role-playing games, and it's by Square Enix. Oh, another one, I got this at a boot sale. It was only £1, and it's American, David Mirror 2, and I suppose I picked it up because it was an American game and it was only £1, and that's about it really. Haven't really played much of it, to be honest. And the last one I'm going to show you, and this is actually, you know, sometimes they say, you know, people say, why did you buy a console, I should say. And I would say the reason I bought my American PS2 console is because of this game, because it was never released in Europe, which was a real bummer, because they released 1 and 2 in Europe, and they released 3, 4, they released 4 and 5 in Europe, but they didn't release 3. It was only in America and Japan. And I played the first 2 on the PS1 and absolutely adored them. I still rate them as one of my favourite role-playing games ever, and that is Suikoden 3. And I've played, as I said, 1 and 2 finished. I've finished 4, haven't finished 5, or is it 5 I've finished? Well, yeah, I know it is. I've finished 4, but I haven't finished 5, and I've got the other one, the Tactics, which not quite got the hang of it, to be honest. Yeah, I've got that as well. But I've always wanted 3. I mean, it's like, come on now, you know, you can't bring out a series like that and have us role-playing geeky heads getting excited and then say, no, you can't have it over there, you just won't understand the concept, you know, you just won't get it, and then suddenly release 4 and 5 over here. So this game is the main reason I picked up an American PS2 a few years ago, and I think I paid about £25 for this as well, maybe a bit less, not too sure, but they're all around that mark I paid for it. And I haven't completed this, by the way, but I have played a fair bit of it, and I just love Suikoden. You know, you just go around and you meet other people. The idea is to meet up with 108 different heroes in the game, and I know in the first 2 I didn't find all the 108 heroes, so that gives it a sort of replayability I should say, because then you can go back and try and find the ones that you didn't find. Does that make sense? But there's a lot more to it, obviously. You know, you go out, you fight, there's a cause to it and such like. And what I liked in the first game, that you could, when you were fighting, if you had the right characters with each other in the field, you could have up to 6 characters in the first game when you were going to fight an enemy, and 2, sometimes 3 of them could do if you had the right characters, I say, could do a special move, and they could do something really weird and do a really strong move to defeat the enemy. And then there was other bits in it where that eventually, you know, you all end up in a castle and you've got a little storage for all your stuff, and all these people you've met along the way are in the castle in different parts of it. You can go and talk to them, and yeah, such like. Anyway, before I babble on too much, I'd just like to say thanks very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed looking at my wee recollection, and forgive my grammar and my I'm always getting my words wrong. And until next time, thanks very much for watching. Bye.